El Timo lea.
Muy bien, estamos listos. Buenos días. Damos por inicio este debate. Les presento a su juez, la profesora Alejandra Sanín.
¿Tiene alguien la moción escrita completa? Si no, la buscamos, no se preocupen. ¿Qué faltan mociones? No las tengo.
Thanks to women.
Taxation to women. Bueno, lista sola. Pero completa, ¿tiene la moción? Ahora no.
Yo se lo tengo. ¿No lo tienes?
No, es que te digo que no presento.
Sí.
Gracias. Saca una foto. Aquí las tenemos, no se preocupen. Sí, ya, vamos. Welcome to this debate with the motion, this House would apply a lower rate of income tax to women. We now welcome the first speaker of the proposition to open this debate. Whenever you say your first word, the time will start running. Here.
Throughout history, women had been seen as one of the weakest members of society. For a very long time, women were not able to study or even work. Fortunately, some things have been fixed and now women have the same rights as men. However, this does not mean that gender equality has been 100% accomplished. Sure, recent years have been a lot better talking about women's rights and liberties. There are still some people that do not believe that women deserve the same rights that men enjoy, especially on the salary subject. Because of this, some people have found a way to make the gender gap close, lowering the income taxes for women. Women should pay less tax income than men, so gender equality can be achieved since women suffer from discrimination by the work system. Recently, it has been a phenomenon where women have to pay an extra price for the same products than men, which is known as the pink tax. This phenomenon can be found in most parts of the world. For example, it's of 30% in the USA, while in India it's of 12%. We think it's unfair that women have to pay taxes for menstrual products, and it's a waste of money since those are products that they only buy by need, not by pleasure. Proposing to make menstrual products taxes empty is a good start to solve the problem. Nonetheless, there are still so many other products that require women to spend a lot more than men. According to a study released by the New York Society Department of Consumer Affairs, products for women or girls cost 7% more than comparable products for men and boys. Women are paying more money for the products like personal care products, clothes, accessories, and even toys with no apparent reason. It makes no sense that women are spending more money on products that men also use. Women pay 48% more for personal care products. Paying tax is not the only problem that working class women face. This shown in a recent study made by Spanish government where we can see that 72% of the part-time jobs are employed by women and only 20% of the women employed are at part-time jobs by choice. This is an alarming affirmation because yet the police is the common assumption that the women work part-time jobs by choices or because of family situation. There is not an easy way to solve the wage gap problem because it's hard to convince employers to hire more women for full-time jobs thanks to the prejudices that usually accompany women.
Thank you very much. We now ask the third speaker of the proposition to start a cross-examination towards the first speaker. Okay. So first of all, you told me that women are less, that you started like that, like it is a minority.
I never said that.
Yes,
No,
you
I
did.
never said
At the beginning of your speech,
No.
you said that.
No, I didn't say. Actually, there are more women in the world than men, so they aren't a minority.
Well,
They
however,
are oppressed.
you
They
talked about
aren't
the
a
pink
minority.
tax, only about the pink tax. But that's not our problem. Our problem is that they're paying less in jobs. The income of money of the person, like in this case women, they're
paid less, and now you're talking only about pay tax.
The other subject will be said by Pablo. This isn't our only argument.
And however, evidence has shown that pay gap is reduced. Okay, so
No, that's a lie. In the last 12 years, women have been paid
according to what's your
according
source?
to. Here it is. It's according
Because
to.
according to the page of state of gender gap by pay scale in 2019, for every $1 men earn, women earn 79 cents, which is less and which is more than what they earned before.
Yes, but that means that in a whole year, women, in comparison to men, would have been stopped being paid by November 30.
It is
Working
crucial
for free
for
from
Liberty.
November 30 to December 31, just because
It
we're paid
is
30%
crucial.
less.
It is crucial for liberty whether if men want to look after their households and women want to work, or vice versa. So, what does it impact it?
Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the opposition to open their bench. Here.
Ever since the demand of jobs started, discrimination against women in the labor field has been present. According to the American Association of University Women, gender pay gap is the average difference between what men and women are paid referring to the same work hours, experience, and age. According to the page, the state of gender pay gap by pay scale in 2019, for every $1 men earn, women earn 79 cents. Not to mention the different racial groups which suffer from heavier discriminations. In the USA, Hispanic, Black, Indian, and Alaskan Native women only earn 61 cents for every $1 US dollar men earn. However, if taxes were to be uneven, a humongous fall in the economic system could take place. The book Tax Policy Center Briefing Book by the Tax Policy Center organization says, tax cuts slow down economic growth by increasing deficits. The long-run effects of tax policies thus depend not only on their incentive effects, but also their deficit effects. If taxation were to change, a country's budget to maintain its citizens would lower. This could leave them with lower life standards, since the government would be receiving less taxes. Life standards could dramatically drop. An enormous amount of money towards streets, community places, programs, parks, etc. would vanish, leaving this in poor conditions. The government could provide a lower quality of life for its citizens regarding many aspects. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the most important function of taxes are for financial public goods, such as the maintenance of law and order in public infrastructure. A neutral taxation system is essential when striving for gender equality. When women participate in the job market, it reduces the risk of poverty and exploitation within the household. To document gender equality and evidence-based policy making, experiences from social transfer and tax policy reforms says, a neutral taxation system contributes to leisure time equality and equality of respect. So not only does the economic system benefit from this, but also it gives women and men the ability to participate in the job market or not. It is crucial for liberty, whether if men want to look after their households or if women want to work or vice versa. By making the taxation system uneven, gender equality only grows. According to Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, substantial inequality in countries is due to misdirected incentives in tax and social transfer legislation.
Thank you very much. We now ask the third speaker of the proposition to start the cross-examination.
So you mentioned that the country is going to be lower if women pay less taxes. However, don't you think that maybe women would be more attracted to working in places where they have to pay taxes? So it wouldn't lower because more women would work in this kind of work.
No, because the amount of women that the taxes are being lowered is humongous. As you said, there is a majority of women. So when you're reducing the taxes, the government will have overall less taxes, and Yeah, an equal salary is more attractive. That is the goal. You're not tax cut slow run economic growth by increasing deficits. The long run effects of tax policy does depend not only on their incentive effects but also their deficit effects.
But the taxes will vary because there are different kind of jobs. So there wouldn't be much problem if a woman paid less.
If a woman is paid less, there is no problem.
Yeah, there wouldn't be no problem because it also depends on the kind of work you're talking about.
Of
Like,
course,
are
but if taxation, if for women overall, there's less taxation, there's less taxes for the government, there's less money for life standards. Life standards withdraw.
But what about the payback? The pay gap. There's already a payback, like a pay gap. Like in order to equalize this, they should pay less taxes.
We're talking about equality, not equity. Women are already being paid less.
But we
Yes,
already
that's the
mentioned
big
that
gap.
we are paying more for more products. You're
Yeah,
talking
but-
about equity. We're also talking about equity.
Yeah, but
Who wants to ask a question?
30 seconds? 30 seconds.
Whenever you're ready. We asked the second. We asked this, no?
No, eso no va a
We asked the second speaker of the proposition to continue with their case whenever you're ready.
Okay, to start, you can predict yourselves because your teammate was talking about equality and you're talking about equity. So that's not right. And actually, if we talk about how women are paid less, we can say that it's easier for women to have lower taxes because the government is one. The companies can vary, so it's easier to lower the taxes instead of paying more. Also, here we have the proof that women pay more for their own products, and they also have this issue that they spend more. So, even if they got more pay, they still pay for more products. And you as women should know that you have to use different products than men, just as menstrual equipment. And also, the University of Harvard says that including women in the economies would make them grow because they have informal jobs and they actually can get more apportations to the economy. Also, most of the women have informal employees. For example, the 95% of women in Asia just have a part-time job. The 89% if the Arabic Asia has also an informal job. And here in America, we have 59% of informal jobs on women because also they don't have the insurance that normal workers have. They don't have social security, they don't have medical security, and that's wrong. Also, it's more inflexible, the job for women. So the taxes can be higher.
Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the opposition to start the cross-examination towards the second speaker.
Okay, we're talking about equality, and you're talking about equity. You're saying by lowering the salaries to women, that's equity because you're giving each person what they need. We're talking about equality, what the motion speaks about. We want all genders, all minorities, all majorities to have the same gap, the same wage. That's the thing. We want equality. We're looking for equality. Also, effective regimes are being applied. For as an example, we have Bellevue that is making new laws and it's making it mandatory for gender pay gap to be giving reports. Also, we have Iceland that despite being already considered one of the world's most gender equal country, they are making more equality laws. Just in 2018, they required all companies that have at least 25 employees to prove to an external auditor what the pay gap is being reduced. Also, informal jobs don't pay taxes.
Okay,
What
so
taxes are you planning
first
on?
you talk about that it's easier to pay more to women. That's not right because, for example, we just have a simple government for every country, and we have different companies for every country. So it's easier for just one to regulate, and also 3 of each 4 companies pay less to women.
Yeah, but the International Labor and Employment Law says that UK, France, Germany, Iceland, and Canada, just to mention a couple, they are working.
Thank you very much. We now ask the second speaker of the opposition to continue with their case.
When striving for ending gender equity, the real dispute is equal pay, not only taxation. According to UN Women 2015, the specific policy package to achieve substantive equality will differ from context to context. Ultimately, the aim is to create a virtuous cycle through the generation of decent work, gender-responsive social protection, and social services, alongside enabling macroeconomics policies that prioritize investments in human beings and the fulfillment of social objectives. We have to emphasize that equality is not applying different taxes to different people. International labor and employment law shows multiple examples of evidence of countries that are really making progress. Just to mention a couple, like we said before, the United Kingdom previously written on the regulation that requires companies to policy report their gender pay gap. France enacted a similar regulation that requires companies to publish information regarding the gender pay gap when action they have to remove. Germany, Iceland, Belgium also had in 2012 that law that it had to be transparent, and they have only 3.3% by the OECD of the pay gap. Also, furthermore, the article Rhetoric versus Reality, Making Real Progress on Equal Pay, gives data that supports the idea of a of a possible gender equal pay. They say policymakers must do more than mount equal pay rhetoric. They must back their work with concrete action to strengthen equal pay, protections, and common mandatory pay practice. Such efforts should include promoting pay transparency, protecting workers from retaliation, disclosing disintegrated data to information officials, preventing the use of salary terms, protecting and informing the Also, you say a lot of time that you're not talking about equity, you're not talking about equity, but also anonymous taxation is equity, because you're using different cases to get to the same thing, that is an equal income. The thing is that we're working for an equal payment. That is equality.
Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the proposition to start the cross-examination.
We are talking about equity, not
not equality. I think we made that
But
clear
uneven? No,
since
no,
the
no.
start.
Uneven?
No, let me
When you
finish.
apply
Let me
different
finish.
things
We're
to
talking
get
about
to the same thing that we're talking about income. So if you give different taxes to women than men, that's equity.
And we want
Equality
that. We
is
want equity.
equal.
You're not
No,
answering
sorry, but
you're not
the debate
answering
is
my
on
question.
equality.
You're not answering my question. Please shut up. But please remain silent until I make my other question. There's no way to make all the companies that 3 out of 4 companies pay less to women than men. There's no way to convince all
Yeah,
of those
that's called law and
I
government.
am speaking, please let me speak. There's no actual way for companies to convince all companies to pay the same to women than to men. Taxation is a much simpler solution because the government imposes a tax rate and that will
It
solve
still
the
does
problem.
equity, not equality, like I said. Also, it's possible because the government gives regulation to companies, so they don't follow it, they can make a company. Also, if Iceland has done it, Belgium is almost near it, UK, France, Germany, and England.
Just that doesn't tell me anything. I want.
You're just asking if it's easier. But that's not the point of the debate. We're not talking about equity, we're talking equality. We're talking about the best thing, not the issue.
Women, that's not an emotion. That's never stated in the motion.
What you're doing is that when you're making, yeah, there's an equality between payments in women and men. But if you do it like this, you're making an equality between women and men where men pay more. So you're actually going to the same thing.
No, because they would end in an equal pay rate.
Equity.
Yes, we want equity.
It's about equality.
No.
Yeah, thank you very much. We now ask the third speaker of the proposition to close their bench. And we ask for a time. Yes, you have 30 seconds. Would you like to use them? Thank you. Okay. ¿Cuánto? 1 minute? Okay. Over to them. Third speaker, please come to the front to close your debate.
So, first of all, you keep mentioning that the motion is about equality and all of that. However, the motion doesn't say that. The motion focuses on either giving women less tax income, making women pay less tax income or not. It doesn't focus on equality on the pay, okay? So, we were focusing on equity because equity gives opportunities to equity is able to give more opportunities to the people that need it. Equality only focuses on equality is treating everyone the same, but equity is giving everyone that they need to be successful. Not everyone needs the same. Second of all, you keep saying that this would cause the government to have less less taxes and all of that. However, this would attract women to work more in places where they have to pay taxes. Women workforce is more flexible, so they will be able to work more. However, this wouldn't affect men, since it is not flexible, so it would stay pretty much the same. And equity cannot be achieved in our modern society if wage gap between men and women keeps existing, and if there is still discrimination to women by private companies. In conclusion, equity is not only found in rights, it is in every aspect of our lives, including our economics. And we also mentioned before, the pay tax is something that women pay for the most. The pay tax is something that where women have to pay more for products, but they still have to pay the same amount of tax income, and not only that, the pay gap is still existent. That is absolutely not equity. That is not equity at all. Here's we mentioned as evidence that, for example, products have a difference of almost $1. That makes 48%. Yeah, and that's it.
Thank you very much. We now welcome the third speaker of the opposition to close this debate.
In conclusion, this House would like to stress we believe that lowering the tax income for women is not the measure we should be taking when striving for gender equality. For starters, we mentioned the possibility of an economic crisis if taxes were to be reduced. Society would stop being active and a giant economic downfall could be seen. Tax cuts slow long-run economic growth by increasing deficits. The long-run effects of taxes policies thus depend not only on their incentive effects but also their deficit effects. Also, life standards are prone to drop, since the amount of money towards streets, community places, among others, would promote. As a formation in our third argument, when striving for gender equality, the real dispute is equal pay, not uneven taxation, since women should not be separated from general principles. And as previously mentioned, gender pay gap has been shown to decrease. Countries are actually doing something in order to diminish this gap. Nowadays, society and group minorities will fight for equality just as they have done before. Both men and women are able to carry great experience and skills which need to be acknowledged by corporations and society. This in order to create a healthy and effective environment in which your race, sex, or color are not what define you or what you pay. Not only our arguments are thoughtful and consistent, but the facts we state are retrieved from truthful sources. As well, the position in favor does not mention references. The arguments are only focused in one problem, the pink tax. Responses were not clear. The social aspect is only focused, and on the other hand, we focus on all the aspects, in the specific, economic, and social. Equal pay also attracts. Pink tax could be removed in all the regions. So that's what we believe.
Thank you very much. Bueno, veamos qué pasa en el debate mientras los otros chicos pasan. De este lado me traen un argumento muy importante que es el pink tax, que realmente era como toda esta esencia de la moción. La moción hablaba es de que las mujeres pagan muchos más impuestos por productos que son esenciales para la salud. Ahora, hubo un pequeño problemita que me tuvo confundida todo el debate, y esto es meramente un paréntesis. En ningún momento me definieron ni qué es equity ni qué es equality. Entonces, estaban hablando de cosas que yo como juez no puedo asumir. Ahora, me definieron equality and equity hasta la conclusión donde ya no podías meter argumentación. Entonces, eso es solo como un paréntesis, eso no afecta su calificación, no se preocupen. Entonces, ustedes tienen ese argumento del Pintax, el cual es muy bueno, es súper relevante al debate. Sin embargo, en oposición lo que me presentan es las afectaciones que va a tener la población por la reducción de impuestos, en tanto que ya no se tiene un governmental income para cubrir todas las necesidades de la población. Los dos tienen argumentos muy buenos, debatieron excelente, fue un debate que disfruté muchísimo, que sí tienen muy buenas ideas, y el debate, en cuestiones de este debate, se lo lleva la oposición. Muchas felicidades, debatieron muy bien. Sí, el problema fue que se queda dense la mano, lo hicieron muy bien.
Bien, el equipo de Diego Martínez de mi lado derecho.
No, yo no soy de ese equipo.
Me emocioné un poco, pero bueno.